Hello, everybody. Monica here. The 5-minute therapy is back today. So I'm so excited to be here and having this little chat with you today on Facebook, on YouTube. So welcome. So I brought a little friend because I'm going to be talking about how to treat our arms, how to open that chest, open that rib cage, and also how to help our hands, arms, and wrists, right? Because, what I've been noticing, tons of people coming in for treatments and really complaining about their wrists, their hands, fingers. They feel so tired. They feel so achy and painful. And, so because we're on the computer a lot and we are on cell phones a lot, staring at those little screens and trying to figure out what's in there and trying to figure out what's on Facebook today, right? So I hope you're not doing that. So if you actually are watching on your iPhone or on the computer, just take a deep breath. Just let go. Forget that there's electronics here between us. And just maybe take a minute, and maybe if you want to make a commitment to yourself, maybe for the next week, whenever you grab your phone in your hands, just take that second, that split second, and think, what is the position of my body? Am I hunching over and staring at that screen? Or am I just claiming my space? Am I reclaiming my space? Because I have a right to be here, right? So how about maybe putting your head up and looking at the screen a little differently so you don't have to hunch over, because that creates problems with our neck, creates problems with our shoulders, chest, back starts to hurt, right? So we just have to do those little things every single day and just start to make ourselves accountable for what we're really doing with our bodies. How about that? I hope you agree. If you don't, let me know. Let me know what you think about it and how you are navigating that strange space we live in right now, where we're just surrounded by electronics, all those phones and all those computers, right? So I want to show you one of my favorite treatments, and I'm going to use my friend the broomstick. It's seriously one of my favorite treatments because it helps to open up arms, helps to open up shoulders and chest, the neck. It's really a beautiful treatment for your upper body. And especially if you are suffering from back pain or discomfort in your shoulders, and if you are suffering from discomfort, pain in your wrists, hands, fingers, this is a wonderful treatment for you. So if you don't have a broomstick, it's okay. You can come back and watch this. It's going to stay on Facebook and YouTube. So no problem. But I just want to show you, if you have a stick somewhere, and it can be any sort of stick that, it's fairly long, so you can extend your arms, right? And also fairly light, so that you don't have to be carrying a heavy load with you as you're self-treating, okay? So I just grabbed my little broomstick. And so let me show you what we're going to be doing. So basically, say I'm going to be stretching my right arm, my right wrist and hand, and also even getting to that right side of my neck and shoulder, okay? So I'm going to take my broomstick and I'm going to imagine or invite my left hand to be the driver, to be the boss of or to be the therapist. How about that? So my left hand, my left arm and my left hand is the therapist. My right hand and arm is going to be the patient. So, as you know, the therapist is working and the patient is letting go and relaxing, right? Forgive my broomstick, it's kind of used. So what we're going to do, I'm going to actually grab firmly, but in a relaxed way. I'm not going to be holding on hard, because we don't want to be holding on hard and tensing our shoulders, right? So just kind of grab however it's comfortable for you with your left hand. And have a firm grip, but relaxed. Okay? The other hand is actually going to just rest on the stick, right? Without gripping, without holding on, it's just sort of like a support, right? So what I'm going to do, and I'm trying to navigate this little screen here, what I'm going to do is just stretch this arm and rest it on the stick. And then I'm going to gently push, really gently, with a little pressure. I'm going to push with my left hand and create a little stretch here on the right side. And I'm not going to be thinking much about this. I'm not going to be trying to get into any perfect position. I'm not going to be trying to stretch hard, okay? I'm actually just going to allow my arm to imagine like it's floating in the air. I can close my eyes, exhale, inhale and exhale again. Just letting go. And I'm just going to be gently pushing with my left hand and stretching this right arm. If you cannot see my hand here, I'm going to move. And the left hand is just gently pushing. The right arm and hand is receiving that stretch. So what the stick does is that we don't have to engage the muscles too much, right? We can just rest them a little on that right side and just have that support. And the right hand, and I like to close my eyes to feel better, the right arm is just being stretched and elongated. And see, you know, my joints are pretty mobile. So this is naturally where my arm wants to go. But importantly, you know, you may be fairly restricted. Maybe your joints are not so hypermobile as mine, I hope. And so you may just stay here, right? Maybe you are having chronic pain. You're having problems with your shoulder, right? So you're not going to be pushing it any far, right? You maybe just need to stay kind of close because that's as far as you are feeling comfortable. Remember, the principles of myofascial release are we never force, never push, and also we stay for a fairly long time, 5 minutes minimum, okay? So I'm just going to allow again, and I'm just doing myself, okay? And I want you to do you, okay? So remember, don't go too far. Don't just follow me. You might just stay here. But I'm just going to allow my arm to slowly start to unwind. And you see my body starting to move, okay? Just following the natural movement of my body, that natural unwinding motion. And I'm feeling like my right side actually wants to stretch. I'm feeling that stretch going all the way to my hip right now, okay? And I'm taking breaths, exhaling. Whoa, see? I was not thinking about it or planning it. I'm just following where my arm wants to go. And honestly, right now, I'm feeling the most of my stretch in my right hip, okay, and my right side. But I'm also feeling a bit of a burning in my wrist. So let's go back to wrists here. I'm going to pretend I'm going to go back to just showing you. I'm not treating myself. I'm just showing. So when you're doing it, don't just stop and reposition. Just allow your body to go where it wants to go. But because, see here, my wrist is extended and I'm putting a little pressure into that. And I'm now starting to feel that stretch in my wrist as well, okay? It feels good. It feels like I'm getting warm, kind of heating up sensation in my wrist and my hand. You may feel that. It means that the fascia is opening and the blood is flowing into the tissues, okay? So I've been talking a lot and just instructing you, but the idea for you would be to, again, just grab your stick. Set up your timer for 5 minutes, okay? And you can do this, I'm standing, but you can do this sitting down on a chair if you feel more comfortable. If standing up may feel like you're getting off balance. And what I want you to do is just allow that left arm and left hand to rest on the stick. And the right one is going to be the driver, pushing in a little bit without forcing. You're breathing. And just going to the level where your body feels good. There's no pain in your shoulder. There's no pain in your wrist, elbow, or any other part of your body. But you may feel a little bit of a burning, a little bit of heat, a little bit of a stretchy feeling. Maybe your neck will want to move to the side, and you're stretching that triangle between your head and your shoulder. It's a place where we oftentimes get tight. Good. And allow yourself to float and follow your body. This is a beautiful introduction to unwinding, to allowing that natural movement in the body, that unwinding movement, to guide us into the stretch versus trying to apply the stretch. Okay? So I hope you enjoy it. Try it out, play around with it. Let me know how it went. If you have questions about it, give me some insight on, how your practice went, and tell me, where did you feel the stretch? Okay, so please comment underneath. And also, I want to ask you a favor. Please tell me, what would you like to do next time? What kind of treatment would you be most interested in to help you? Okay, so comment, and I will see you next time. Take good care.